Okay, I will try to share my screen as well. So we have the presentation, but being mindful of time, I will try to really go through it quickly and maybe leave time for questions if there are. So indeed, my name is Leonardo Colucci. I lead the inspection team within the European Labour Authority. I'm sure you're familiar with the European Labour Authority. I see myself some familiar faces in this video conference, so I will not spend too much time on this. But you know how this European Labour Authority was created in 2019, established in 2019 after almost 1 year of negotiation, and now we are approaching our first year of existence. There are four objectives to the European Labour Authority. So it's access to information, it's cooperation between national authorities, including inspections, which I will talk about a bit more in depth today. There is mediation in disputes between member states on the application of EU law. And then there is, of course, the supporting cooperation between member states in tackling undeclared work. This is then declined in different tasks, 7 tasks, which you can see here. Um, the topic of today is the cooperation, administrative cooperation, and I would say that ELA was created exactly for this, to boost the cooperation between national authorities, and not only, also with other stakeholders. We know that, especially in the field of inspection, for example, there is already cooperation between certain member states. It's more advanced between certain member states and less advanced with others. Now, the why ELA was created was indeed to create a house of cooperation, a place where this can happen in a more harmonized way, in a way that it's easy for everyone, also for maybe those member states who had more difficulties in cooperating for a series of reasons, not the lack of will, but a series of obstacles, even practical and logistical, to cooperation. Um, so yeah, ELA wants to become the house of this cooperation, and we do it with several tools that we have. First of all, with one big novelty that ELA introduced, which is the presence of national liaison officers. So one representative from each member state that really represent this member state and act as a liaison officers between the member state and ELA, but also between the member states involved. So to improve the the, the the easy cooperation. Then, of course, we are developing standard tools for cooperation to make it even more easy, and especially this is in the field of information exchange and inspections. We provide support, financial support, for example, for inspections. We provide capacity building activities, also this to create this familiarity with cooperation and to make it easier. Of course, we provide translations. These are the practical problems to cooperation, but which we should not underestimate. We also have IT tools already existing and that we are developing that will support this. And then, of course, last but not least, the expertise that we will continue to produce within ELA. As you know, for example, ELA is going to integrate the European platform tackling undeclared work. A lot of expertise in there, which we will integrate and really try to leverage to make it even more, having even a bigger impact on the workers and the companies involved. Um, of course, in doing so, we try to put together all the stakeholders, social partners, very importantly, they bring an added value in terms of developing this expertise and tackling the problems on the field. So where are we at the moment with ELA? Very much in brief, there are now 55 people already working in ELA. I remind you, it's 1 year that ELA was created, so it's quite fast growth. This includes the national liaison officers, as I told you, only 18 for now, but they will reach 27 in January. Uh, there are two priorities which were selected by the ELA management board. One of them is on information, very important for this group and for the topic of today. So there are people that are already working on this. There is a working group which was set up on information, indeed to explore tools and methods that can be used and further developed for to provide better information to citizens and companies. Of course, you see a bit what are the activities. So a study on the provision of information on your website on labor mobility, the national posting websites, you're very familiar with that. So also working on this, the translation facility, etc. Of course, you see also we are organizing workshops on specific themes, and that's very important as well. The second priority of ELA for this year, 2020, but also for the years to come, is inspections, of course. So also there we have a working group where we are working on the development of the tools and procedures to carry out these concerted and joint inspections together. All member states are there, all social partners, the European Parliament as well as a representative. What we are doing is that we already had 5 meetings this year. We are working on these tools and procedures. We participated in the EU for Fair Work campaign together with the European Platform Tackling Undeclared Work. We are setting up a training program for inspectors, and most importantly, we were already on the field with the first pilot inspections in September. We were on the field in 3 occasions. Of course, there was a major impact from COVID-19 and the travel limitations. Therefore, we could only be on the field together with the Belgian colleagues, since we could not really travel outside of Belgium. So we have been um, participating in inspections, of course, as observers. Um, in 2 instances within the Europol Impact Joint Action Days in September. So the 2 instances were one in the road transport, you see some photos of it, and one in the agricultural sector. So we joined the Belgian Inspectorate within the framework of this Europol cooperation. In another instance, we joined also the Belgian inspectors in what was the first ELA pilot concerted inspection. So this was an inspection in a construction site in Brussels. And in parallel, we coordinated this inspection also in Lithuania and in Portugal. So in the construction site, we inspected the companies involved there and the workers which were posted by 2 companies, one in Portugal and one in Lithuania, which were at the same time being inspected by the colleagues. So coordination in this field. Then, of course, there have been and there are being still other inspections in which ELA is involved. The level of involvement varies a lot. ELA can coordinate. This inspection can support financially, as I said. In some of these cases, our cooperation was even just on the testing of these modalities, these tools that we are developing. This is very important to see if we are going in the right direction to test this work that we have been doing, and the first feedback is really positive. So we are happy about this, and we can proceed in this direction. What's next? In general, for ELA, the next milestones will be the move to Bratislava, which is foreseen in the beginning of next year. Of course, the governance structure, the adoption of the work program, the single programming document by the management board, all of this by December 2020. So we can say that within this first year of activity, we will complete the governance structure of ELA, the programming work, and we were already on the field in terms of inspection. In-house, we are really trying to complete also this structure that can help member states and all actors involved to improve their cooperation. And as I said before, there are several tools that we will put at the disposal of all the actors involved. This is it from my side, and of course, some very any question is very welcome. You see here our social media accounts. I really ask you to follow us because we post constant updates there, even on the inspections. You will see that there is quite some material and on all the other activities. Thank you very much.